this is working. How's the audio, guys, if you're here listening? Hopefully it's sounding good. This is a Zenith handpan, by the way. If I can get it to get it to sing a little bit. Oh, my hands are too sweaty. This one just has top notes. Can't catch it today. Yeah, this one is a Zenith handpan, so it's kind of an instrument that's back to basics sort of thing. This is the bottom of it. Beautiful color, super nice. Has a really nice shoulder. I do occasionally now. Hello, Travis. How's it going? Yeah, I don't do a ton of live streams, but I've got a good setup now, so I think it's worth the audio quality to do so. So this is a new song that I am working on from my songwriters workshop. I wrote a song along with the 7 people that were in the class, and this is the result of it. So that's a new song. Let's see. Let me see what you guys are saying. Luna is good. Hello, Travis. This is an F pygmy, by the way, for those wondering. Thanks for listening. That was on my last Handpan album. And yes, I love this angle too. I think this is a good solution to to that problem. Any questions, feel free to ask them here. I'm going to play for another 20 minutes or so, and I have a lesson, so. All right. Let's see. Glad the audio is good. I'm going to turn up the brightness a little bit. It's easier to see. A little bit more of a tendency to want a particular strike. Ravs are very forgiving. The tendency on these is to slap too hard because there's no way to put them out of tune. So a lot of times people will overemphasize their strikes a bit, and I think that ends up making them sound kind of plunky. But I'm a big proponent of bringing your hands down, playing lower to the instrument, and that solves a lot of issues. I honestly like them the same. I think the technique applies to both, but this requires a strike in a slightly different area than a handpan does. And there's like a tactile difference between them. But the techniques are very similar between the two. And some songs sound better on handpans, I think, than other songs sound on the Rav. If I have time, I can create an example of a song on two different, on a handpan and then on a Rav, just so you can compare the sounds of them. But yeah, smaller hands. Don't do this. I'm actually just doing a video right now for Rav on it. I always call this rapturing, when people are playing with their hands way up high. Put your hands low to the instrument and do it like you're trying to annoy someone in school. You're slapping down with your finger like this, and you're letting it bounce back up. If you go up really high, it's not going to give you enough time to get down and make things smooth. So not using this sort of motion and using more of this motion is going to help a lot. Same with your thumbs, not doing this, but doing this is going to help. And also where you strike is important. Aiming for that little swirl on the V is probably the best spot. And the further you go up, the less of the note you're going to get and more of the smacking sound you're going to get. So adjusting that is really useful. Keep asking away, I'm going to play another song. be Celtic. Using thumbs and pointer fingers. Super important. Let's see. Really want to buy one. How much for a decent one? What key I can afford? I hear you. Yeah, same here. If I didn't work for them, I wouldn't have as many. I think B is a great one to start with. B Celtic is good. You can get them used for $650. It's an investment. And new for like $750-ish. There are advantages to the new ones versus the old ones. The new ones are coated, so you don't have to worry about oiling them, and rust isn't an issue. The old ones have a slightly different sound, but you do need to oil them. So if you're in a moist area, you have to be mindful of that. But other than that, I think they're all a good choice. The Celtic scales are like the iconic ones that people get as a first instrument. So, all right, I'm going to play one more thing for you before I head off to a lesson. How does the G Pygmy sound? This is the G Pygmy. My opinion on quints. I think they're nice. I think they have a lot of potential, but for me as a performer and a recorder, I would think that I wouldn't feel comfortable with the sound of them yet in a recording setting, is the short answer to that. But I think they're beautiful. I think all tongue drums are beautiful in their own way. For me, still, the Rav is the only thing that I think is this is just for me, this isn't in general statement, a performance quality instrument. There's other ones that I love to play for myself and I own, but for playing for other people, I think that these are the best balance at the moment. There'll be other makers that I think get there. I also think KAA tone is a great instrument, different than the Rav, but similar, I guess, setup to that. But they're all worth trying. It's kind of like, asking which is your favorite drink or your favorite soda. Or everyone has their own flavor that they're into. But for me, Ravs are the primary thing that I perform with, aside from handpans, of course, too. So, but I think if you have access to one, you should totally try it. They're also beautiful in their own way. But for me, a really clean center note with no other partials in there is really important to me. And for now, the Rav has the cleanest central area for my style of playing. But, I think, I know there's a delay on this, I think just a clean central area. The ones I've tried, I'd still prefer this, but I think the pure tone of them is really nice too. It's more to certain tongue drums in a recording situation tend to not record well without a lot of modification. And I think for me, these are the ones that I'm sticking with for the moment, but I love all tongue drums, including those as well. Hopefully that helps. All right. who I don't work with already, I have some openings for my individual and group lessons. So if you're interested in, yes, Alpsong, I definitely agree. Rev takes minimal adjustment to make it sound nice. Even on, this is just on a GoPro and it sounds great. But for those that I've not worked with before, I would love to work with you. I do individual and group lessons. In fact, that's where I'm headed in a moment. And my whole focus is not on teaching you to play the drum or teaching you to play a drum, but teaching you how to absorb your instrument, get to know it in your own way, and create a style that reflects you rather than just emulating other people. Because there's enough of other people in the world and there's only one you. So better to sound like yourself. 316 stainless steel. That I don't know. I know that they have experimented with other steels, but I'm not sure out of 316 stainless, but I'd love to hear it. I know that Pulsar back in the day had tried a couple different steels, but some tone drum makers find stainless is a little more wild to work with than just whatever they're using currently, some sort of Russian spring steel. Yeah, there's unlimited potential. I think the more people experiment, the more they try things out, the more this field is going to advance. I don't think there's competition really in it because it's, you know, it's a huge movement at the moment. So the more makers, the better, and the more choices we have as players to explore things. So I'm all for it. New makers and new discoveries and all that. So, yeah. Any closing questions in the 3 minutes I have left? I'll let the audio catch up to reality. Also, if you're near New York City, next Saturday I'm performing and I'm also teaching a class on songwriting and kind of the process to go through for creating your own music and not sounding like everybody else, which I think is important on these instruments. We have 26 people as a max on here. That's pretty good. I have to find a way to schedule these so that I can plan ahead and people can join them afterwards, but through the GoPro it's kind of tricky to create a scheduled class or a scheduled performance. Any questions before I depart? We'll goof around for a second while we wait. Glad to share. Hopefully I'll be doing more of these in the coming weeks. Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate you. You're awesome. Check out my album as well. That was free, or posted for free on my YouTube channel like a week ago. It's the full album. If you want to listen to it, I'd love to have you check it out. It's something I'm really proud of, so it's nice to have it out there. It's on Spotify and iTunes as well, but I figured it's been out long enough where I could share it for free. So, let me play you one quick closing tune, and then call it quits. Any last questions, ask them during this, okay? Listen to guys. Have a good night. Check out some new videos coming soon. Stay well.